Harbor Freight used to be a name that immediately made many people think of cheap items that they bought to use temporarily and would eventually have to replace sooner or later. But as we enter 2026, that story is no longer so simple. Among many items that are only average, there has emerged a group of tools that are truly good enough to buy once, use for years, and not even feel the need to upgrade. The problem is, that number is very small. And if I had to be very strict, I would only keep 7 items. In this video, I won't list every item worth buying, but rather will filter out the 7 most worthwhile Harbor Freight tools in the spirit of buy it for life, durable, reliable, enjoyable to use for a long time, and won't leave you regretting it after a few months. If you want to buy smarter instead of buying more, this is the list for you. Some of the tools you buy incorrectly are just a little frustrating. For example, the pliers aren't very sharp, the light is a bit weak. At best, it's a little annoying, but the jack is different. The team that buys the wrong thing isn't just frustrating, sometimes it costs you dearly. And if you've ever crawled under a car with a cheap wobbly jack that swayed like a plastic chair in a cafe, you'll understand what you mean. That's why I wanted to open this list using Daytona low-profile aluminum floor jack. This is the kind of tool that many people in the DIY community have the same feeling after buying. Yeah, I should have bought it sooner. The first point is the low profile. It might sound like a small detail, but with low clearance vehicles, especially sedans or sports cars, it's like an entrance ticket. Normal jacks often can't even get under the vehicle, let alone lift it. This Daytona, however, slides in quite smoothly. The second is quick lift. Just a few pumps and the car started to lift. To put it simply, instead of pumping 10 to 12 strokes like those cheap tappets, you only need about half. When you're lying on the freezing cold floor of a garage, that difference is very noticeable. Another thing I like is the aluminum frame. Significantly lighter than traditional steel-clad ones. It's not the kind that's as lightweight as a toy, but rather the kind where you still feel very secure, but pulling it in and out of the garage is much less strenuous. Honestly, this is one of the rare items at Harbor Freight that many people offer compared to the more expensive tool truck brands, and they don't find it too different. It's not that it's completely on par, but in its price range, it's so close that many people, well, no need to upgrade anymore. And that's the spirit of buy it for life here. This team won't live forever, but it's the kind of tool you buy once, and each time you crawl under the car, you find you've made the right choice. A good jack might not excite you as much as buying a new machine, but it gives you something far more important: peace of mind. Then from this life or death tool, I wanted to move on to a completely different tool, much smaller, less flashy, but one that could elevate your entire workspace. If you enjoy videos that filter out the right value for money, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I have a few more interesting dishes ahead of me. After the jack, which is almost directly related to safety, I want to move on to something at the other end of the tool spectrum. Small, simple, and frankly not sexy at all. You'll rarely see anyone showing it off on YouTube thumbnail. But if you ask people who actually work in garages, many will say, once you have this, it's hard to go back to the old way. That's Quinn Digital Caliper Electronic Caliper. This is the kind of tool many people initially buy just to back up. Something like, yeah, buy a cheap one to keep there in case you need it. But then a few months later, that backup became the main tool. And I find this happens quite often. The reason is simple: taking the wrong glass is wrong for the next step as well. You've only measured the bolt diameter slightly incorrectly, you bought the wrong socket, mismeasuring material thickness, drilling incorrectly. Even a deviation of just 1 to 2 millimeters, the thickness of 2 stacked coins, could cause the entire project to go off course. The great thing about Quinn Digital Caliper is its convenience and accuracy for most DIY and garage needs. The digital display is large and clear, eliminating the need to squint to check the lines like with a mechanical ruler. The sliding mechanism is very smooth and the results are read almost instantly. And what I like most is that you can measure with one hand in many situations, the other hand still holds the detail. To be frank, it's not me too toyo. But at Harbor Freight's price point, it's in a very interesting area. Good enough to be used for real, not just for display. And for many DIY ERs, that's the sweet spot. This is also a very typical example of the buy it for lifestyle in a very everyday way. It's not because it looks too fancy when you open the box, but because every week, every month, it silently helps you avoid small but extremely frustrating mistakes. There are some tools that won't make you wow in the first 10 seconds, but after 100 uses, you realize it saved you from 100 silly mistakes. And speaking of things that subtly upgrade a garage, the next item is even more interesting. No measurements, no lifting the car, but it can make the whole workday much more pleasant. There's something pretty funny about garages. Sometimes the thing that slows you down the most isn't a weak tool, but bad lighting. You've probably been through it before. Crouching in the engine compartment, the phone switched on its flashlight, a small light in its mouth trying to make out the bolt, hidden deep in the dark corner. My hand is stuck, my eyes are squinting, and the socket keeps slipping. It's not because you're doing something wrong, it's just that you're working in the dark. That's when things like Braun rechargeable work lights started to make sense. It sounds simple, it's just an LED light. It doesn't make your car stronger, it doesn't make the screws come loose, and it doesn't make the project complete twice as fast. But it changes something far more important: how you see your work. What I like about this Braun line is the very even and wide white light beam, not the kind of single-point glare like a phone flashlight. The light spread out like a small carpet of light. When you place it in the engine compartment or under the car, almost the entire work area lights up. And because it runs on a rechargeable battery, you don't have to run wires around under your feet. Anyone who's ever worked in a cramped garage will understand just how frustrating it is when electrical wires get tangled. One small detail, but one I absolutely love: this lamp can be placed in any way you like. They lie horizontally, stand upright, hang up, and many even have magnets. It's like you just rotate it a little and find the right angle of light right away. If we had to compare it, it's like switching from a phone flashlight to a ceiling light in a room. They're the same light, but the feeling of working is completely different. And this is why it made it onto my Buy It for Life list. Not because it's the coolest tool in the box, but after a while, you'll realize each workday is less tiring for your eyes, fewer mistakes, and less irritable. A good lamp doesn't just help you see the screw, it helps you see fewer mistakes. Then after 3 rather delicate items like these, I wanted to go back to something more familiar, a tool you can hold in your hand all day. And if it's not good, you'll feel it very clearly in your wrists and hands. Oh, and if you like videos that filter out the right tools that are truly worth the money, then consider following the channel. The interesting part of this list is still ahead. The truth is, many people are willing to spend time comparing machine power torque and rotational speed, but forget something incredibly important: their hands. Pliers are the kind of tool you hold all day long. Cutting wire, holding parts, breaking metal, removing clamps, pulling tubes. Pick them up every few minutes, and if your pliers aren't good, they won't break right away. It only silently makes you tired hour by hour. That's why the Doyle New Generation Professional Pliers set appears on this list. The first thing I realized when using the Doyle series was how secure the pliers were. It doesn't feel as flimsy as those cheap pliers. When squeezed down, the force is transmitted very cleanly. It's like the force from your hand goes straight into the cutting blade rather than being lost in the middle of the way. The cutting blade is also quite sharp. With thin electrical or steel wire, it feels like cutting with good scissors. It's not the kind of squeeze that requires a few more turns to break. I think Harbor Freight did a pretty good job with the handle. Grips well even when hands are slightly oily. Anyone who's ever worked in a garage will understand. Clean hands are rare. Doyle is in a very interesting area. It feels close to expensive tool truck brands, but the price is still within an acceptable DIY range. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the kind of thing that hurts your wallet every time you buy it either. And this is what makes it fit the criteria of Buy It for Life. It's not because these pliers will live forever, but because it's the kind of tool you use hundreds of times a month. And when that tool makes your hands less tired, less prone to slipping, less frustrated, then over time it becomes much more worth the money. To put it simply, good tools don't just get the job done. A good tool helps you get things done while your hands still want to do other things. Then after talking about everyday hand tools, the next item on the list is something completely different. It's not what you hold in your hand, but what organizes your entire workspace. There's a moment that almost anyone who's been doing DIY for a little while will encounter. It's not when you're short on tools. That's when you know you have that tool somewhere, but don't know where it is. Open this drawer. Not seen. Move over to that box. Still not. Eventually, the item ended up at the bottom of a plastic box sandwiched between a pile of screws and a few odd sockets, and while you were searching for it, 10 minutes had passed. If you add up the whole month, the amount of time wasted on that could sometimes equal a single intact workday. That's why I wanted to include the US General Series 3 tool cabinet on this list. And frankly, it's not a tool in the traditional sense, it's more like a working system. The US General Series 3 is popular in the garage community because it hits a very practical point, sturdy enough, smooth enough, and logical enough without the high cost of a tool truck. Thicker steel than the older model and a more robust frame. The drawers run on rails quite smoothly even when you fill them with sockets or pliers. The feeling of pulling out the drawer and it sliding smoothly is like opening a new refrigerator. Anyone who's ever used it will understand what it's like. What I like most is the very logical drawer layout, shallow compartment for everyday use of the tool. Keep the compartments deep for larger items. When each dish has its own home, you'll hardly ever have to rummage through your entire desk anymore. High-end tool truck cabinets can look like luxury cars, very beautiful, very fancy, but the price is enough to buy a used car. The US General Series 3, on the other hand, is more like a practical pickup, not flashy, but works extremely well every day. And that's why I see it as buy it for life at the workflow level. It's not because it makes you a better car mechanic immediately, but because it helps you waste less time on meaningless things like searching for that 10mm socket that disappears every week. A good tool cabinet doesn't make you stronger. It just makes workflow more smoothly each day. Okay, from a systematic approach like this, the next item on the list goes back to precision. The kind of tool you'll need sooner or later if you work with vehicles or machinery. If you enjoy videos that filter out the right tools to invest in long-term, then consider following the channel. The latter part is just a small item, but extremely important. There's something quite interesting about the world of car repair. Many mistakes don't happen immediately. You tightened a screw a little too much. No cracking sound, nothing broke. The car is still running normally, but a few weeks later the threads started to weaken, or worse, the detail is slightly distorted without you even realizing it. That's why torque wrench exists. And for years, digital torque wrench style items were almost exclusively found in large garages or on the tool trucks of expensive brands. Their price often leaves many DIY ears just watching and then going back to using a regular wrench. But Icon Digital Torquey Wrench is a pretty interesting example of how things are changing. The first point is that the digital display is very easy to read. These aren't the tiny markings you have to look very close to your eyes to see. You apply the desired tightening force, and when it reaches that level, it will provide a clear warning, like someone gently reminding me, okay, stopping here is the right thing to do. This may sound small, but it helps avoid two extremely common mistakes: over-tightening or under-tightening. To put it simply, a torque wrench is like a scale in the kitchen. You can cook without weighing yourself, but once you get used to using a scale, you'll find the results much more consistent. One thing I like is that this wrench doesn't feel flimsy electronically. It feels solid in the hand, quite tool-like, not a gadget. And compared to other tool truck brands, its price is in a much more accessible region. Not cheap like toys, but not so cheap that you'll think about it for a whole month either. That's why it's on this buy it for life list. It's not because you need it for everything, but when you start using Torx wrench correctly, the way you work changes completely. You no longer squeeze the estimate with your wrist, you tighten according to the spec. In other words, this tool doesn't just add to your box, it adds a bit of professional discipline to the way you work. And that's when the feeling of fixing a car starts to shift into the feeling of following the correct procedure. And speaking of the most debated tools, the last one on this list is perhaps the most controversial. Okay? And now for the last dish. And let me state up front, this dish will definitely split the review in half. Because the first question many people will immediately think of is $70. For a hammer, isn't that a little crazy? From what I've heard, it's really a bit crazy. Especially since Harbor Freight still sells orange hammers for a few dollars. But when you pick up the Icon 40-ounce ball-peen dead blow hammer, the story begins a little differently. First of all, 40 ounces, that's about 1.1 kilograms. To put it simply, it's roughly the weight of a 1-liter water bottle, not the kind of hammer that's just for fun. This is a hand-operated tamping hammer used when you need real force. Secondly, there's the feeling of dead blow. When you tap down, the force is very straight. It doesn't bounce back as much as a traditional steel hammer. It's like the energy goes all the way into the tap instead of bouncing back into your wrist. Many people in the community call it a beast, and honestly, you'll understand why when you pick it up. It's the kind of tool that the moment you lift it, you feel, oh, this isn't a toy. Interestingly, compared to similar hammers from other tool truck manufacturers, the price can reach nearly $200. So Icon's $70 mark is in a rather strange area, not cheap. Buy it at random, but not at a level that would make you sell your kidney either. And this is where I think it fits the spirit of buy it for life. Not everyone needs this hammer immediately. But if your job requires some compaction, firm tapping, and few rebounds, then this is the kind of tool you buy. And you hardly ever think about upgrading anymore. To put it simply, there are tools you buy because they're reasonable. And there are tools you buy because they're reasonable. And they even make you smile every time you pick them up. For me, this hammer lies somewhere in between those two things. Okay, those are 7 Harbor Freight items from 2026 that I think are really worth buying if you want to build a long-lasting tool set. If this list already includes something you're currently eating, please comment and share your experience. I'm very curious to see what everyone thinks. And if you prefer videos that filter out the right value for money instead of rambling purchases, consider subscribing to the channel. I still have a few more interesting lists, especially the 7 Harbor Freight items that are currently very popular, but I won't be buying them. Before I finish the video, I'd like to quickly share some smart shopping tips at Harbor Freight, because in reality, Harbor Freight is like a buffet. There are good food options and even temporary food options are available. If you don't know how to choose, it's easy to fall into the trap of buying cheap but buying twice. Tip number 1, don't buy by price, buy by frequency of use. The tools you use every week like pliers, sockets, wrenches should be good quality from the start, but things that are only used a few times a year are more affordable. For example, Doyle pliers are worth the investment if used daily, while Pittsburgh is fine with specialized tools that can be used 1 to 2 times. Tip number 2, take advantage of the lifetime warranty on hand tools. One nice thing about Harbor Freight is that many of its hand tools have lifetime warranties. That means if it breaks, you can exchange it right away at the store. This turns many inexpensive items into fairly safe to buy. Tip number 3, don't rush to buy when you see a sale for the first time. Harbor Freight is famous for its very frequent discounts. An item can be discounted by 20 to 30% several times a year. If it's not urgent, waiting a little longer will usually get you a better price. Tip number 4, think in terms of the battery ecosystem. If you're already using Bauer or Hercules, prioritize tools with the same battery system. Using a single battery for multiple devices saves you a lot of money in the long run. Tip number 5, ask the community before buying. Forums, Reddit, YouTube. Many people have used them before you. Just 5 minutes time can save you from dishes that look delicious but are boring to eat. Finally, remember that Harbor Freight isn't the place to buy everything the cheapest, but the place to buy the best value for money. So we've explored 7 Harbor Freight tools for 2026 that I think are really worth buying if you're looking to build a long-lasting tool set, like buy it for life. Not all dishes are flashy, but they all have one thing in common: they're reliable, and after a while you'll find you've made the right choice. But as I've always said, Harbor Freight is like a treasure trove. There are items that are great value for money, and there are also items you should only buy when you really need them. The most important thing is to buy the right thing for your job, not just because it's hot. Now I'd like to hear your opinion. If you could only keep one Harbor Freight item in your box for the next 5 years, which one would you choose? Or is there anything you think is worth the money more than this entire list? Please share in the comments. The DIY community always has a lot of great experiences. If you prefer videos that filter out the right tools and are worth the money instead of rambling, consider subscribing to a channel so you don't miss the next ones. I'm also preparing a rather interesting list soon. Harbor Freight items are very popular, but I won't be buying them. The information shared in the video is based on personal experiences and opinions from the user community. Which tool is right for you depends on each person's needs, usage style, and budget. Therefore, consider this as a point of view and always think carefully before deciding to buy. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.